Hello beautiful people and welcome back again to the channel. So you're on to ND React. On today's news, we have come with a new trending one. As you can see the news headline here, this is NANS that accuses Seyi Tinubu of attack. NANS are accusing Seyi Tinubu that Seyi Tinubu came to attack them and all of that. If you people could recall yesterday's video, I made a video yesterday. I brought the update yesterday talking about this, and in that video we were made to know that nothing happened. But contrary to that, today now we are seeing more information released by the NANS, giving more details about the attack, right? All right guys, so let's listen to the people of the AriseNews, Arise TV show, as the dissect and react to this. Let's get the full gist from the AriseNews and I'll be right back.
We took this yesterday and we do have an update. The president of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has reportedly been attacked twice. Both incidents now we have confirmed here at AriseNews. Now this comes after President Bola Tinubu's son, Seyi Tinubu, denied claims that he led thugs to disrupt the group's recent leadership inauguration in Abuja. Now let's take a look at some videos. In the first video now circulating online, NANS President Comrade Atiku Abubakar Isa alleged that Seyi Tinubu kidnapped, beat and forced him to endorse a preferred candidate under duress. Let's take a look at that.
2 days to Salah, I was invited to Lagos to meet with Seyi. I met with Seyi and the Minister for Youth. The Minister for Youth, when he saw me, he hugged me in Lagos. We talked, and I was to be offered 100 million naira. But the thing is, it's not all about money. There are things which I stand for. You cannot ask me to begin to promote a president who has not done something for me to say he has done it. If he does something good, I will promote him. We will support him as the president and commander-in-chief. But where he is, you cannot say I should keep quiet. I won't do that. That we couldn't settle. And they felt that I'm being stubborn not to accept money and to come to Lagos without accepting money and going back. So they planned my abduction, and on the 15th, I was abducted. Of April, I was abducted, striped naked, beaten serious.
Now, this meeting was ongoing, and he just spoke about the first time he was attacked. Now, let's talk about the most recent attack, which allegedly took place in the FCT, the Wells Carlton Hotel. Now, eyewitnesses have now come out to say that, in fact, students were assaulted and threatened by thugs, which is a disparity from the reports that we got yesterday that no one had been attacked. Now, we have a brief look at the moment that the thugs came into the venue. Of course, cameras had been broken, and this particular cameraman was able to salvage just 10 seconds of the moment the attack began. Take a look.
How many of Nigerian students what is that?
Well, the former Senate president of NANS has now released another statement restating their point that, in fact, the NANS president was attacked by Seyi Tinubu's thugs, in quote. Let's take a look at the statement that he exclusively released to AriseNews.
The president's son debunked the claim by NANS that he ordered thugs to disrupt their inauguration. I want to let the whole world know that. And even the management of the hotel, according to Arise TV in the morning, that they said there was nothing of such that happened within the premises of the hotel. There is a black Lexus. That was the black Lexus that the president's son bought. And there's another CNG bus. It's one of those buses that was shared to the student by the president. Was also there. That was the bus that contained those thugs, that brought those thugs to the venue. And they burgled into the venue and started macheting people. They macheted the president. You can see the picture of the president there. He was macheted, he was brutalized, and he was seriously injured. As he stands, as I speak to you, he's under serious health condition. We don't know where it will lead to, but we have to make the whole world know that this is the current situation that we have found ourselves in a country that is meant to be protected by the government. Ever since President Bola Tinubu has assumed office as the president of Nigeria, his son has done everything to hijack the structure of the organization. But we thank God for the progressive-minded stakeholders who have been resisting and will continue to resist him.
Here we are again. Rufai, we talked about this yesterday, and I think they have now sent in more, what they would say, more information on this. Your thoughts?
Number one, we'd like to plead with that hotel. That hotel has the capacity to save Nigeria by giving us information. If because of the fear or whatever factors involved, they don't release that information, that hotel and their management will be part of the decay of this country. So whatever it is, any information the hotel has got, they must give us. There is no how you would tell me that an hotel of such magnitude does not have CCTV cameras, because we need to get evidence. Secondly, we want investigation into the matter, but albeit an independent investigation, because there are a lot of dramatics personnel that are powerful in this country, and investigations like that are always muddied. Thirdly, if NAS keeps insisting on their allegation, they might not have enough copious evidence because of the situation. It was unplanned for, the attack was sudden, but they are saying this is the only thing they have. We must also encourage them to be able to take this up legally. But I'm also at sea with taking it legally, because when there are many forces, and when people tell you to go to court in this country, you know the meaning. I think the only saving grace here, and I might be wrong, please, is the evidence that hotel might or might not have. If we see whatever their recordings are, we are not saying that it happened. We are not saying it didn't happen. I'm quite very glum on this response. But what I'm saying is that for us to be able to get evidence of what transpired during that time span, based on the allegations of NANS, we need to be able to get those CCTV recordings and those CCTV footage. And please, what do you call it?
The Wells Carlton Hotel.
The Wells Carlton. That sounds like a hotel. Sounds like the name of a group owned by this famous politician out of Edo State that passed. What's his name? Is it Captain Hosa?
Okay.
I might be wrong. I don't know. But I think he also uses that, I might be wrong. I think he also uses that Wells something, Wells Cartel or something. I don't know. But of blessed memory.
It's under new management.
Okay, it's under new management. So whatever the management are doing, we commend them for their work, but we need this evidence. And please, they must be able to release it. We must be able to have advocates in the system that can hear all sides to justice in this country.
Absolutely. Bye.
Just reiterating what I said yesterday, really, which is that, firstly, it's unfortunate that the only way that, the common man feels that he can get justice is by coming to social media. Is that, yes, we advocate and say that, well, people should be able to report such allegations and so forth. But ultimately, you ask yourself, where will they report and what will come of it? Earlier we had a son who was also telling us that even in issues that are politically related, there's almost nowhere to run to. And that's where our real issue is that we just need to go back to rebuilding a nation that we know that when we feel our rights are violated, when we feel that we have been ill-treated, when we feel that we have been attacked, maimed, because that man was brutalized. He has his own allegations of who he feels was behind that brutalization, but under normal circumstances, there should be an investigation to find out who did this to this man. We must know. We must find out. We must get to the bottom of it. And whatever needs to be done must be done for us to get down to the core of this. And this issue of factionalization within NANS, over-politicization in a way that now creates this type of toxic politics in a student organization is very deplorable, because the student organizations, the youth movements are supposed to be the heartbeat of our democracy. But if they're being beaten left, right, and center, then where are we going? Very unfortunate. And I certainly do hope that justice is done. Whoever is the culprit here should be held to book.
Absolutely.
Okay, what makes this story juicy, wherever it's coming from, is the fact that the name of the president's son is being mentioned, Seyi Tinubu, right? And I think that we should watch out for the danger of a single story. In many of these issues, when you hear these allegations, there is a temptation to just follow one line of the story. And that's why investigation is important, for the security agencies to investigate. Now, persons claim they've been assaulted, there was disruption. It is not in their place. They may be victims. To say, oh, it's Seyi Tinubu that sent the thugs. That's the job of the law enforcement agents. As at the last time I checked, there is nowhere in the Nigerian constitution that says that a child of the president of Nigeria enjoys
Immunity
under the Constitution of Nigeria, either by osmosis or by any sort of alchemy. So if they have any proof that it is Seyi Tinubu that is behind the assault, then the place to go is to the law enforcement agencies. Well, we cannot presume that the law enforcement agencies will not do their work. The presumption of regularity will be on their side, that they will do their work, because that is what we expect. Not that, oh, this is Nigeria, they will not do their work. Then we'll be running a lawless society in the real sense of it. Now, the third point is that NANS itself, the National Association of Nigerian Students, has been very problematic for a very long time. The National Association of Nigerian Students will seem no longer to be, representing the direct interest of Nigerian students, but the political interest that the people who go into that political arena have, embraced. In 2024, the quarrel was so much that, in fact, towards the end of the year, we were told that the two factions settled their ribs. Sometimes, when you look at these students, some of them who are in National Association of Nigerian Students Executive, some of them have been attending university for like 15 years. They never graduate. Being a student in Nigeria can become a profession. So when the law enforcement agencies look into this matter, these are all aspects that they have to look into. You can't be a professional student and you are supposed to graduate. You say you will not graduate. You are creating factions because of the money that politicians will bring. And then NANS will become a political wing of political parties or interests. These are other dimensions of the problem. And the parents have a role to play here. We're talking about Nigerian students. How come perpetually Nigerian students are so involved in all kinds of things that are not related to education? NANS will not talk about, the interest of teachers. NANS will not talk about how to develop the university environment, how to change the curriculum. It's always about NANS having factions and following one political group or the other. These are the more fundamental issues that we need to be addressed. But if there are persons who have been assaulted, who think that they have been brutalized, the place to go is to the law enforcement agents and to back up their claims with evidence. Not even the son of the president is above the laws of Nigeria.
Absolutely. Well, we take our final story.
Kachi, very quickly, congratulations on the investigative work that you've done to unearth these videos.
Of course.
That's
Thank you very much.
Because I know you went the extra mile to find out what
just
was
to be
happening.
sure, so no one feels as though they're being silenced or shortchanged. But I understand, of course, the point that is being made.
Even you as the investigative journalist, you can assist the law enforcement agencies.
But if we're being honest, we know how hard these things are, and that's I think that's the part that is most frustrating.
No, you can assist.
It's hard.
As a citizen.
Are you being factual?
Dr. Abati,
how do you assist them?
With due respect,
you can give information
on this matter.
Dr.
They will do nothing.
It's called citizen.
Can I just say what the Wells Council said? Because I did reach out to them. And I was told nothing happened. I was told by the Wells Council nothing happened. So with this video, obviously, even if maybe it was not that big, but something happened. What happened? Why are they saying nothing happened?
Dr. Abati, you have been an editor for so many years, a journalist extraordinaire, a man that has seen it mostly in this system. You want to tell me that there are no stories that have been killed in this country that never saw the light of day? You want to tell me that Nigeria doesn't happen to us, that cases that concern some people, once you see their status in society, it goes underground? You want to tell me that Nigerians talk about go to courts is not tenable? Dr. Abati, we know these things.
We cannot do media trial. We cannot damage people's reputation.
It's not media trial.
On the basis of one side of the
Dr. Abati, all
story.
we just called for, nobody did it. All we just called for is, please, Carlton West Hotel, we beg you for the integrity of this country. Release whatever you have. I'm not even saying what happened. I don't know what happened. Release your CCTV between the time span of what this NANS allegation is covering. If they say, okay, between 2 to 3, this happened. Release the CCTV of that trailer for all of us to see. And if nothing happens, we'll come and sanction NANS here. That's what we are saying.
Exactly. If possible, they also have a register of people who are in the hotel at every time. Let us know who are the people who came in through your gates. And I think that's really what is going to help in understanding these situations. So no party feels shortchanged or frustrated on both sides, on the sides of the presidents and who said enough is enough yesterday to the defamation, and on the sides of the NANS who are saying, no, we're being bullied and harassed.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching up until this moment. So you see, it always baffles me whenever an issue is brought up like this by those that are in hierarchy. It always baffles me that you will see Dr. Abati of the Arise TV, you will see him always trying to defend those that are up there by him trying to say, oh, we shouldn't assume, we shouldn't do media judges and all of that, as if he doesn't know what the country is. He doesn't know, and he has been in this game for a very long time. He has been a journalist for a very long time. Is it that he don't want to say the truth? Well, from my own understanding of where Dr. Abati is coming from, maybe I think he doesn't want to be negative. He wants to be positive in his statement of we saying that is more of like those that are in hierarchy, their cases are not being judged, their issues are not being looked into, right? Maybe he's just trying to be careful not to be negative, else it will now make it look like truly Nigerians are living in a lawless country. You know, when you make a statement, that statement seems to fly. Maybe that's why Dr. Abati is saying all of this that he's saying. But anyways, it is well. I pray the Lord will help us all. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye for now. Please do also like this video and also subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts with me in the comments. What do you think about this? Don't just watch and pass. All right, bye for now.